I'm gonna make this video short and sweet for you guys. I promise. The only reason I feel the need to even put this on my channel is because I recently did a poll. And if you go look at that poll, you will see that the majority of this community has subscribed for 3 games: Terra, BDO, and Soulworker. So I'm taking it upon myself to tie up some loose ends. Terra is dead. Soulworker is dying. BDO, we're not gonna go there just yet, but I will come back to those games. Right now we're gonna talk about Soulworker and how it is dying after it has already died once before. The main reason why Soulworker is dying and why I no longer play is the lack of content. This game has been out since April 6th of 2016. Lion Games brings this game to NA, and somebody who hasn't played the game in years, such as myself, was able to beat the game, so to speak, in less than 350 hours. This included full +9 gear, completing every raid in the game, full completion of almost every zone up until grass cover camp and further. And I was completely optimized. I'm still completely optimized in order to complete the next patch of gear. So the only thing that I'm able to do when I log into Soulworker is A, create other characters, B, meme, C, get memed. There's nothing else to do because there's no content. The only thing I'm left to do is prepare for Violent Sun, which we're going to come back to why that is not a viable option for me in a little bit. But to beat an MMORPG that's been out since 2016 in 350 hours is a little concerning, because this means Lion Games did not pace their game correctly. There are a lot of dungeons and a lot of content in the game that is just completely useless outside of doing it for completion purposes and the reward track. The game is fun. The combat system is phenomenal. Even though there's only really 2 male classes, the combat system and the game's fundamentals are great. But there's only 2 male classes. And I have 5 65 plus characters. 3 of these characters, which are fully geared in HH accessories, HH gear, and up. Like I said, my Irwin's in full Lunarfall. So I have multiple characters fully geared already. And what is the purpose of making other characters? I barely like playing female characters, but I forced myself to do it for the content purposes. I got bored. What can I say? The next reason is one of the main reasons as to why I really stopped playing, because I was okay with playing it here and there and content creating for the community, but the community ruined it. Because though I have so much support on my YouTube, every day I turned on my Twitch, there was a clout chaser with SolAshur's name in his mouth. Every time I turned on my stream, my name was in world chat. Every single time I logged into the game, there was SolAshur's name in world chat, to the point where my whole guild was tired of logging into the game because they knew all they were going to see was people sucking me in global chat, people angry. Absolutely nobody, not even myself, wants to hear that much about one person, yet a whole community full of dweebs who are poor and have nothing better to do with their lives except hate on someone else's success took it upon themselves to not only DDoS me, which I do have records of. If anybody actually wants them, I can send you the screenshots where I actually trace routed you to my router. And if I really wanted to press the issue, I could just report it. But I don't care. Just stop playing. I have to play on a VPN just to stream because people are that sad in this game that they DDoSed me. And then after weeks, maybe months of doxing, of toxic flamers, of trolls entering my groups and my parties and sabotaging my name, sabotaging my group's parties. After months of this, I called someone an F word. And then they clipped part of my stream and reported me, which my stream was in subscriber only mode. They couldn't even actually clip it. They were screen capturing my stream as I was playing, looking for a reaction. And the entire toxic little clique, Sneaky Tashi, Hall of Scion, all these little lamos. I know there's more that I'm forgetting, but I don't care to remember your names. Be happy I remembered those two. All these little lamos backed it. They're like, oh, dude, just take the L. You lost. Fuck out of here, dude. You literally harassed me to the point of dropping one insult, the F word, and he reported me and got me for a 7-day Twitch ban. So you ruined my money. And that was part of the reason I lost interest. Clout chasers, toxic players, sensitive femboys. I have no problem with people being gay. You can be gay all you want. I live in San Francisco. Like 90% of my neighbors are gay. I'm positive of it. I'm gonna move. Honestly, I'm tired of this area, but it has nothing to do with people being gay. Trust me, I could care less what your sexual preference is and where you like to put things inside of you. Okay, it doesn't bother me. I said it out of anger. I did fuck up. I definitely did fuck up. I probably shouldn't have said that, but I was mad. After months of being antagonized, I'm human. Oh shit, SolAshur's human, dude. He gets angry just like everyone else. What do you fucking do, bro? The last reason, and this is honestly, this is one of the biggest killers for me, because as I was looking for a reason to get back into Soulworker, I see that they announced Violent Sun. Yes, new content, new Soulworker content. No, dude, we've been waiting months for Violent Sun, which was already out in Korea. Korea has all this content that they're slowly bringing to NA. Why? Who knows, right? I know. I'm not even gonna go there. They're slowly bringing all this content that's already created. And on the day that they released this content, September, the week that they're releasing this content, between September 26th and September 29th, you have Elion and New World releasing. Two new games that are absolutely phenomenal. And Soulworker wants to compete with these two new games. And this is why they are dropping their new content. So you mean to tell me we waited months and you want to drop this content on the same day is two other giant games. Giant in comparison to Soulworker, anyway. To stop me from enjoying a new experience? Like, come on, dude. That's crazy. That's literally career suicide, Lion Games. Which brings me to my last point. The lack of communication of Lion Games to the community has been absurd. The lack of censorship that Lion Games puts on their community is absurd. They have absolutely no input on anything that comes to the game after they launch the servers, which the servers crash all the time. They have absolutely no care in the world what goes on with this game. They do not interact with their community. They do not interact with their streamers. This is an absolute example of a game that has so much potential if it was presented correctly in the West, but because of Korean developers not catering to a Western audience, your game fails. Combat will not carry your game. The only good part about Soulworker is the combat. All these little lollies running around, dude, only Koreans like this. And a very far and few in between select Americans will actually like this, dude. That is not enough to keep people into your game. You need to adapt your game to a Western audience, in which Lion Games has done a terrible job of. The same way that Gameforge has done a terrible job. The one thing Lion Games did better was they provided content to players at the beginning of the game's launch. But as that went on, the content and the premium items got smaller and smaller, so it makes it harder and harder for you to be non-pay to win. I didn't pay to win like all of these other streamers to be good. To be good on my freaking lolly. I don't do that, dude. I grinded on the Ergod. I grinded and I made a community and we built bonds and we helped each other. And that is how I got strong. And after I left, I disbanded my community because I no longer support this game. I will still respond to people who comment on my videos because I still support you and whatever you want to do, but I do not support Soulworker and I do not support Lion Games. Thank you for watching.